I always thought it was so funny, like, moments when you're focusing so much on one thing that you just miss out on what's ultimately really important about your life. It's like, the family in Home Alone. They're just boom, 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 boom. Let's get the bags. We're going to vacation. Lady gets on the plane with all of her family, and that's when she looks at the camera all dramatically and goes, Kevin, right? She forgets Kevin. Kevin Macaulay Culkin's just hanging out at home. He's like, what's going on? My family abandoned me. Trauma. And then, and I always thought to myself when I watched that movie, I was like, this is so dumb. There's no way this could ever possibly happen. Like, how could you do that? So it's my grandma's birthday. And she's turning 85, and classic Latino family, right? We're all just yelling. It's just like chaos in this house. We all desire to be on time, but we're never gonna be on time. We have a reservation at this great restaurant. We've been there going for like 20 years, okay? They've always had baked lasagna there. During COVID, they got rid of the baked lasagna. I needed that. And we go, and we show up to this restaurant. We're like all happy. Everyone's screaming, blah, 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 whatever. We sit down. We're all looking at each other. There's like 10 of us. And I go, where's Grandma? And the best part is my mom has one of those cameras that shoots back to the house, and my grandma's like rocking on this chair. It's her birthday. That is so sad. We forgot my grandma. It's so crazy, right? Like, none of us intended to do that. None of us came out of the gates, was like, let's leave Grandma at home for her celebration. But it really was just like a bunch of other things got into the way, and we looked away and we forgot kind of what the purpose of this whole thing was. It happens so often in our life. Peter is not being told here not to care about John whatsoever. It's just not care about him in a certain way that has a diminishing to your own following of Christ. The three basic ideas here is that for other Christians and their discipleship, you are not to be comparative. Don't look at the way that they pray and go, man, I just don't have that relationship with Jesus. Why can't I have this kind of coveting nature to the relationship? He's also saying it's not that you don't care, but just don't be competitive. There's no race that you are winning in terms of how much Jesus loves you or not. And to other people's following, do not be controlling. Don't be competitive, don't be comparative, don't be controlling. Allow yourself to remember, what is this? You follow me. You, as a personal disciple, have to be serious about your formation as a follower of Jesus. You, as an individual sitting here, watching online, have to be serious about following him. You must take responsibility. If at the end of this you say, I don't love him the way that I should, you can't blame your parents. You can't blame your spouse. You cannot blame your children. You cannot blame your education. You need to be serious about what this means, because your intentionality means that you are going to forsake some things in your life because he is the greatest delight that you have. He has to be the thing that when we look at him go, this has to be more important than anything else.